This is an interesting case of a 17-year-old male who presented with inability to open mouth opening being restricted to 2 finger wide, presence of facial asymmetry since a long time, which was increasing with time, and pain with his right temporomandibular joint. The pain and inability to open were present since January, February this year. Now, if you can appreciate, the left temporomandibular joint and the condyle disc assembly specifically are normal with this patient on the left side. So the condyle is at its proper position over the disc during closed mouth position, and as the patient rotates and translates while opening, the condyle and disc assembly move nicely over the articular eminence. If you know how to read an MRI, you will be easily able to make out that there is restriction in movement in the right temporomandibular joint, and the condyle and the disc assembly are not positioned properly in the closed mouth position. As the patient tries to open mouth, the condyle recaptures the disc and makes a limited movement anteriorly. On this sagittal section, you can make out that the disc is mildly displaced anteriorly. This is called as disc displacement, and since it can be reduced, it is disc displacement with reduction. To make out whether it is medially or laterally displaced, we need a coronal section. So here's the coronal section. The coronal sections show disc sitting over condyle as a cap. First, I am showing you the coronal section of the right temporomandibular joint of this patient. The arrow will show a region of subarticular bony erosion that is whitish in appearance. So this is the condyle, and if you can see, there is a whitish area of subarticular bony erosion here. This is the bony erosion area in this patient. If you can appreciate, the condylar head has a slant laterally. So this condyle is having a deranged anatomy. It is slanting towards the lateral side, and that is why the patient's face is looking asymmetric. Now, if you see the left temporomandibular joint of this patient, you will appreciate that the structure of the condyle is absolutely normal. It is not slanting laterally. It is upright as it should be, and the disc is also at its proper position over the condyle. Now, let's appreciate the right condyle on the proton density image. You can see the subarticular area of bony erosion, which is the whitish area that you can see on the cursor. Let us make the condyle appear more clearer. So now I hope you can see the condyle. This is the condyle, and this is the disc that is sitting over the condyle like a hat, but you can see that the disc is displaced laterally. So this area that I'm marking with the cursor is the disc, and this has slided down laterally on the condyle. This is the condyle. Now, if you can appreciate, the condyle is having a lateral tilt, as we have already discussed. This is the right condyle of the patient on coronal view, and it has a lateral tilt. So a disc displacement laterally has forced the condyle to grow laterally. This is the right temporomandibular joint. This is the right condyle. I hope you can appreciate that this condyle is upright. It is not sloping towards the left side, and it has this disc placed over its normal position. Here you can see that this is the lateral pole of the condyle, and it has the thin lateral attachment of the disc here over the condylar surface. All of us who know how to read MRI know that the disc's lateral pole is thinner than the medial pole because of the constant anteromedial pull by the superior lateral pterygoid muscle. And this is the right condyle again, showing us the slant and the laterally displaced disc over it. This is the laterally displaced disc over it. So this is anterolateral displacement of the disc, which we can appreciate only on coronal section, and this is disc displacement with reduction, which we can appreciate only on the sagittal section. This is the sagittal section, this is the condyle, this is the disc that is little anteriorly placed over the condyle, and this is the closed mouth position of the patient, since we can appreciate that the external acoustic meatus is close to the condyle. This is the head of the condyle. Now as the patient starts to open, the condyle glides over the disc and attains its proper position over the intermediate zone. So the condyle has glided and it has come to the intermediate zone, as you can see. And now as the patient will open his mouth, the movement will be with the condyle disc assembly in its normal relationship, and that is why we call it a disc displacement with reduction. The patient now is trying to close the jaws, and if you can appreciate, when the patient closes the jaw, the disc displaces anteriorly, specifically anterolaterally again. So this is how the patient opens, recaptures the disc, and when the patient has recaptured the disc, it can accomplish a proper normal movement to a limited range though. This case is interesting because it has anterolateral disc displacement, which is a rare disorder. Most of the disc displacements are anteromedial. It is also rare to find facial asymmetry due to grade 1 disc derangement disorder or disc displacement with reduction. The laterally displaced disc has caused the condyle to slide laterally, shifting the midline to the opposite side, causing facial asymmetry. A compensatory supraeruption of the upper teeth has made this facial asymmetry permanent. As the patient opens his mouth, his midline shifts towards the same side because the right condyle is not able to translate, but the left condyle does, and so the jaw moves to the same side. Due to pressure over the retrodiscal tissues by the condyle, this patient has development of retrodiscitis and hence he experiences pain during opening and closing or chewing on hard food. Once you reposition the disc, the pain disappears because the condyle comes back to its normal position. The deflection in jaw movement improves because now the condyle can translate, and so the patient attains symptomatic relief. The facial asymmetry will be permanent, however. सुब्रत क्या तकलीफ है आपको?
मैम मुंह खोलने में थोड़ी सी दिक्कत हो रही थी।
हाँ।
MRI कराई तो उसमें डिस्प्लेस हो गई थी।
अच्छा, ये मुंह खोलने में दिक्कत कब से थी?
ये 12 फेब से।
12 फरवरी से, ठीक है। क्या दिक्कत होती थी बेटा?
बस मुंह नहीं खुलता था, थोड़ा सा खुलता था बस, और दर्द होता था खोलने में।
ठीक है। वो दर्द 24 घंटे बना रहता था या आता जाता था?
नहीं 24 घंटे नहीं, मुंह खोलने पर ही आता था।
ठीक है। कड़क खाना खा लेते थे आप?
नहीं कड़क खाना नहीं खाता।
ठीक है। अभी हमको जब आप मेरे पास आए थे तब से अभी कितना टाइम हो चुका?
1 मंथ 1 वीक हो गया।
ठीक है। मैंने आपको क्या ट्रीटमेंट दिया था?
ये अप्लायंस दिया था।
ठीक है। और कुछ दिया?
और नहीं और कुछ नहीं था।
ठीक है। 1 मंथ में अभी कितना रिलीफ है बेटा?
अभी तो बहुत मतलब लगभग खत्म ही है, अभी तो कुछ एक भी बार नहीं हुआ जब से
दर्द नहीं
लगाया।
हुआ? ठीक है। कड़क खाना खा पा रहे हैं?
हाँ
ठीक है। दर्द कितने दिन में बिल्कुल ख़त्म हो गया था?
दूसरे तीसरे दिन में।
ठीक है। इसके अलावा बेटा कोई प्रॉब्लम जो आप बताना चाहोगे?
नहीं वो थोड़ा सा जॉ खोलते वक्त थोड़ा सा ऐसा हो जाता था
टेढ़ा
साइड में। हाँ वो भी अभी सही है।
वो भी अभी सही है? ठीक है। पूरा मुंह खोलो बेटा, वापस बंद करो, खोलो, बंद करो,